law. You don't do family law.
Correct.
And you are currently doing
criminal defense for the Office of Defense Services. So I'm a public defender.
Okay. You know, public defenders get a bad rep.
I know, and I still take that very personally, even though like people tell me.
That was funny. This is your time to speak, though. I just thought about that. Like, all we ever see, I mean, shit. This is I was just watching something where they were like kind of shitting on public defense. It was the movie, the Mercy movie. With,
I haven't watched
Michael
it.
B. and Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
And
my mom actually and my aunts are friends with the real.
He's from Delaware.
Yeah, he's from downstate. From
yeah,
they all went
it was like
together.
Milton. Yeah, they're like back. They're stuck in the '90s down there still.
It's not that bad.
It's bad. They have like tractors on the grass and everything. Monte Carlos.
It's
mullets.
agriculture.
It's mullets down there.
I mean, well,
is mullets agriculture?
They're farmers. They're living.
What does mullets do with farming?
That's how they. That's their style.
There's farmers everywhere. When you see mullets are worse than Trump flags.
But that's interior. Like where Milton is and where my mom's from, Lewis, Rehoboth, they're all like touristy.
Yeah, Lewis.
When you get into the interior, western Delaware.
When you see mullets, you should run. Mullets are worse than Trump County. They're worse than Trump flags. Mullets, they don't give a fuck about anything. Like, it's not even about being racist. It's just fuck you because you're not from here. Like, you gotta be afraid of them damn mullets when you see white boys with mullets. But
and women down there wear mullets too.
Y'all, Joe Dirt, motherfuckers. So criminal defense, bad rep. What's your defense?
For one, we are real attorneys. Stop saying we're not attorneys. We have to take the same bar exam that the private attorneys have to take. We have the same credentials. That's number one. Number two, even though we are employed by the state, we do not work in cahoots with the Attorney General's office. We are not for the state. We are zealous advocates for our clients. Stop calling us public pretenders because we're not. I hate that shit.
You got to realize though, the way it's displayed on TV, and I'm gonna give you not a cop out. That'd be the wrong way to say it. I'm gonna give you something that relates to it. It's the same. Think of the same way how we all learned about Africa growing up.
Yeah.
All we saw was people carrying buckets on their head and crates. So when we meet Africans, we're like, "Hey, you guys got lines?" And they're like, "I have a fucking phone. Like, get out of my face."
Yeah.
And so I'm just relating that to public defenders.
Yeah.
Everything we see is you guys.
Yeah, they want to show the worst 1%.
Take a plea. It's better you take a plea for 10 years and fight the case. And the dude's like, I guess.
Yeah, and that's really not the case. So, for one, something that is true, we do have large caseloads than your private attorney. However, speaking only for Delaware, because I can't talk about the services of other states, but we have a lot of resources. And what we I don't want to say throw money, but like we put in more money in our cases than what your private attorney is going to do, and which you can't afford for your private attorney to do. Like we regularly hire experts to do things all the time, so we work.
Do you feel like how should I ask this? Do you feel like you've done a lot of good in your position as state attorney? Do you feel like you've helped a lot of people? Now, or is it an uphill battle? I mean, you can be honest. It's like, man, a lot of cases we don't win, not because I'm not putting in the work. It's just that it's hard to fight.
Yeah, so it is a uphill battle. There are days where I feel like I'm just a clog in the system when I actively do not want to be a clog in the system and I want to be a part of tearing down the system and building a new one. But part of the problem is, so I was working with juveniles and I now work with adult misdemeanors, but I did juvenile, felony, and misdemeanor stuff. So part of the problem in both family court and in the court of common pleas, they're high volume courts. Really all of our courts are high volume courts. So it's a lot of people. Majority of the people in the criminal legal system are indigent, and having charges and different things, like it really impedes you from work. It's hard to take off from work. It's hard to get a job with a criminal record. It's hard to find